yesterday. We gonna start off with the Buffalo kid because I know right now that's a little pain in the sea, right? You
Let's
know,
get to it. Get it out the way.
yeah, we just rip the band-aid off. Pardon me.
Right.
Week 3, yeah, I got that right now. I got it in front of me. So you know, I don't know if Buffalo understands that they don't have the same defense they had before. And I'd like to ask the resident, what's up with Von Miller? Like he there, then he gone, and then he there, gone, then he there, then he gone.
So Von Miller has been demoted to passing situations. Like he's a situational player now. He only get in on like third and longs and situations like that now. And he's a little long in the tooth. So, it is what it is. I ain't mad. I don't even want to get into why I'm really mad. I'm gonna just say like I kind of seen this coming. If you remember when we talked about this last week, I said I thought this was gonna be a rough game for the Bills. I'm like, yo, the Baltimore's hungry. They at home. They gonna come with it, and they did, man. They probably did a little more than I even anticipated. I think I thought Derrick Henry. I didn't know he still had this much juice left in the tank. Like, oh, he looked better than ever. Like he looked like he back to like his third year in the league. But I don't know. I don't even want to panic too much. I just think this was a you running up against a hungry team. Like it just is what it is. Like I don't want to even get too. Obviously, our defense is not. The defense is. We pretty much depleted. We lost so many guys. They got
Yeah.
DeMar Hamlin starting like that. That
Holy.
just show like where the Bills is at on the defensive side of the ball. But I got so much faith in Sean McDermott though, like that they're gonna get it together when it counts. So I'm cool. I think at the end of the day, they wasn't going undefeated. We was gonna have to take some losses, and we lost. At least we lost to a valid team. Like we lost to a team
Yeah.
that got some dogs, a contender that's gonna be right in the mix at the end of the year. So that was motivation in case you run into them in the playoffs. So you know what I mean? Listen, it was rough. Like I went out and watched the game, so it always hit harder when you watch the game in public and it's you got a couple drinks in you, it hit a little harder. But I got to sleep it off. Went to the gym this morning, and I'm back optimistic. You feel me? We gonna bounce back. We in Houston. Oh, they ain't looking too spiffy. So we clean them up. Motivation, get Diggs back. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make let Diggs know what he left, and we'll be right back though. Nothing big.
Okay. Mills, you want to take this or you want to? Because that's the reason why I'm wearing purple today. I'm wearing purple today because the Ravens. Caca! You know what I mean? Got in the hat.
Uh,
Pause.
would you like to go? Would you like to go as a
No, no,
Ravens
go
fan? Or?
ahead, sir. Go ahead, because I
All
might be
right. Well,
laying in on a little
everybody
purple.
see what I got on. Yeah, we did lose. We're gonna get to that after this. But the Bills is who I thought they were.
Oh,
Uh,
nah, we doing
Nah,
that.
okay. So let me say this now, right? Because we was on the last podcast on the audio, um, and I spoke about the fact that Josh Allen's literally moving the rock better than what I thought he was going to do without no superstar wide receiver or none of that. But I ain't gonna lie to you. You see a playoff contending team. That's what's about to happen. You don't have nothing defensively. So if you don't get any stops, if you don't create any turnovers, that's going to happen. And your best side of your team right now is your running game. So if you're not up and you got to pass the ball and teams know you're going to pass, it's GG's. But that's all I've seen on the Ravens standpoint. Derrick Henry, the king himself. Listen, the Ravens just needs to run the rock with the best. This is probably if they do it correctly, we'll probably see the best back backfield ever between Lamar and Derrick Henry. You got to get Derrick Henry going. I said this in the last podcast. You got to get him rolling like he's an engine. He's same way as Saquon. Give him the rock. Feed him. Feed him. Feed him. Once you feed him, You're going to see what's about to happen. So, big game up for the Ravens. Good win for them. They 2-2. Bills, you go up against the Texans. Stephon Diggs. Good luck. Good luck.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah. Okay.
Houston, they looking shaky.
I might want to go to that game. I might want to go. It's a Monday night game, I believe. I might want to go to that.
Listen, I would advise you to.
I might want to go to that
I just
game.
say it's gonna be a lot to look at that game. I'll say that. And I ain't even talking about the game. But yeah, you should do that for sure.
I hear you. Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs. I don't know, man. You ain't got no DBs. Whoop, whoop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But they ain't looking scary. I say that. Like, listen. I was more worried about Baltimore. Put it that way.
Okay. Your mic is muted.
Yeah.
Dang, sorry. Da Vinci made me switch my pick from the Chargers to the Ravens. First 2 weeks, I was mad upset. I'm like, they ain't using Henry right. I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. They acquired him and don't have any packages for him. And it seemed like in this game, they realized, put him in I formation, let him go, and Lamar, do your thing. Now, Lamar Jackson had a tweet, I wish I pulled it up earlier, where he said he don't give a damn about nobody's parlays. He care about dubs. And you know
Who
what?
said that?
Lamar Jackson. People were mad because I think he was supposed to have like 100 and something yards passing or something, and he had more rushing than passing.
He said he said he can go 300 plus passing yards and lose. I don't care about that. It's a team sport. I don't care if I even have 55 passing yards as long as I win.
Right, which shows me more maturity in this gentleman than maybe the years previous.
Nigga ain't on my fantasy team. Knock yourself out.
Hey, all I'm saying is, I'm happy that Derrick Henry got almost 200 yards rushing, okay? And it was a continuation from the game before where he was putting in work, right? It seems like they're doing the right thing. Lamar, that boy Zay Flowers, he nice though. And likely, he nice. Now, Andrews, I understand Andrews is upset because he got demoted to blocking, but boy, you want a ring or not? Because he had you for how many years? And you was his safety blanket net, and it wasn't working. And they had to bring in some more tools to put in that toolbox to allow Lamar to flourish. So hopefully from here up, that's all it is with the Ravens. Now to the Bills. Josh Allen is your only hope. And I said this before on previous podcasts, and I'm gonna say it again. He gonna get Cam Newton. You hear me, Sly? Your team gonna treat him like Cam Newton. They gonna make that man run himself to death.
Oh man, don't say that.
That hit, I didn't see it. I was like, I got up to go do something, and I came back and see Jersey all hanging over the B. Y'all gonna get your man killed out here, bro. Y'all gonna get your man killed because it seemed like he ain't got nothing. Shakur's there, Knox is there, but it seemed like he ain't got nothing. Aside from that beautiful pass he threw, I think it was the third quarter. Was it the third quarter? That nice beautiful pass. I mean, aside from that, you guys gotta figure some stuff out. And it's sad because you didn't just lose stuff on the defensive end, you lost stuff on the offensive end. So you took L's on both sides due to the cap restrictions. I want people to understand this. They could not pay to play anymore. These guys wanted too much money. They ain't got the salary cap for it, so they had to let him go and trade him. And that sucks, but that's the way it is in every sport that's a team sport. You know what I mean? There's cap hits. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to pray for your Bills to make it to the playoffs. At this rate of time, you know what? I shouldn't even have to pray. Because Tone's not here. Miami, you're done. So you guys got a spot.
Exactly.
Miami's done. Okay? two of them imaginary gang signs. And, yet again, I'm not trying to make fun of somebody's issue. I'm just saying, for me personally, my personal choice, he already got paid. I like to walk around with my kids. You feel me?
Word.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
football is not the end all be all. Basketball is not the end all be all. These sports are not the end all be all. Life in itself is. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
in a situation where, hey, this is your third or fourth concussion and it got you throwing up show enough, you gotta stop. You know what I mean? I know that his whole life is revolved around football and that, he got paid this money because he performed, but we all seen it. When he hit Hamlin, he hit him in the chest. And I know Sly was like, uh-oh. I know I was. I was
Yeah,
like, these two hitting each other, I was like, something gonna happen. And something happened.
Yeah.
You feel me? Go ahead, put us all up. You know what I mean? So that's that with that one. Let's move on to angst for me right now. Man, my Packers, bro. I mean, even though they kind of came back at the end, who can somebody explain to me how Sam Darnold all of a sudden looks so good? He he looked like trash with your Jets, man. He over with the Vikings, and he look like he can't miss.
he didn't have Jay Jettis with the Jets.
Didn't have Jay Jettis, didn't have Addison, didn't have your head coach. Like, uh, it's coaching, bro. It's coaching, and it's years on. So with Sam Darnold, and this is why I think we got a same thing. Not to even switch teams, but we're having the same issue in Carolina with young boy Bryce Young.
Yeah,
Teams got to stop falling victim. Listen, you're gonna get generational talent as Daniels is. Talking about the Commanders, we need to talk about that the next podcast. But it's sometimes you're going to get generational players, but most times you're going to get guys that you got to sit here and let them look, grow, and build. You know what I'm saying? It took Sam Darnold 5 to 6 years to get it done. We acted as if the Jets let him go last year, and now he's starting to get it clicking. Though it took him 5 to 6 years, and he's understanding the game, and he's understanding his role, and he's understanding the game plan. So, the same thing for Gino. It took Gino about 8 years to get it going.
Word.
So, the thing about it is just we like teams just got to stop falling trap of if you don't have that generational talent, do not sit here and start him. Get him a vet. Get him a good offensive coordinator. That's number one. And that's something that the Jets did like in. That's just offensive guidance in each of these young quarterbacks that we got. So none of this shocked me with Sam because I never said Sam didn't have the talent. He just never had the mindset. He never had the coach, and now he does.
Yeah, I agree on Sam Darnold. I never thought he was a bum. Like I never thought he was like the greatest, but I never looked at Sam Darnold like, yo, he trash. Like I always was like, yo, he decent. Like, but you get him the best receiver in football or a top 3 receiver in the league, and in an offense that's kind of catered to what he does well, and you get results like this sometimes. So man, yeah, salute to them over there in Minnesota because I swear, like I thought they were gonna be terrible. Like, and I think Sam Darnold wasn't slated to be the starter, right? Wasn't JJ McCarthy
JJ
supposed to
McCartney.
start?
Yeah.
He
It was
got
yeah,
it was
hurt, so
JJ. Mhm.
man, that's dope, man. I low key, I'm rooting for them low key, like stuff like that. I just like to see it. It's inspiring, like just to you get your shot, you take full advantage of it. All the odds against you, people doubting you, and you pull it off. Like I tend to root for those type dudes. So I hope Minnesota, keep their trajectory going.
yeah. I mean, that's all good. I want to talk about the Packers though. Like Jordan
Oh yeah,
Love,
right.
Jordan Love, you need to sit down, man. You don't look comfortable out there, bro.
You don't.
Like you favoring that knee, that leg too much. Yes, you guys made a little comeback, but that's because Minnesota thought y'all was dead, and you rose up like Thriller. That's okay. But if you want to have a long career without no crazy injuries, love, please just sit down for 2 games, bro.
Yeah,
Get your body right. Get your body right because I'm telling you, some of the throws, and I wish I I'll probably try to do a little bit of editing myself and try to get some clips of things that I'm seeing in these games. But like every time he threw, you could see like he planted his left foot and then kind of like try to swing his right leg out the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he was afraid of it getting hit. And I mean, Watson, that that ankle twister, leg twister he got, I think it was the second quarter where he got tackled. His leg got twisted up underneath him. I pray for that gentleman, okay? I pray that nothing really serious happen and that he's good. But the Packers, you guys gotta just put the other guy out there. He did some work for you. You got Josh Jacobs. You still got a good unit, defensively and offensively. Let Love chill for a bit, heal up, like really heal up. I don't care if he tells you he's right. Test him. Take the red shirt off him in practice and see what happens. See if you don't start flinching. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Because
it,
go ahead.
my bad to cut you off. My bad
No,
to
that's all
cut
right.
you off. But that goes to show you how coaching is very important. And this is why I fell in love with coaching. Because coaching, this is the beauty of it, right? You got a young kid who's your future for years to come. You're not in a need and like does and it's like I need wins. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Malik Willis did a pretty decent job for the last two games.
Yeah, damn good job.
Why would you rush Love back in if you know you need him and you're winning games and you need him in the playoffs? Like that doesn't make sense, but that goes on the floor. I don't blame Love. You gotta sit like at the end of the day, like as parents, as older individuals, as people who have experience, you gotta literally let the person who's inexperienced, who doesn't know, who's just going off of just straight emotion and I want to be down for my team because he's a young guy. Bro, relax. You got paid. You know ain't got to rush. We're winning. We're not losing. I get it. It's a big game against the Vikings, but no, sit down, relax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it really boils down to. I really blame LaFleur than I blame Love.
Oh, don't get it twisted. I'm not blaming Love. Uh, What I blame is the organization and Love because
Mhm.
they themselves we paid him all this money. He needs to be out there, and then him not realizing. Listen, in the NFL, all it takes is one hit, and you done. And if you're
Yeah,
already messed up, rolling around on extremities that are messed up, and somebody love tap that, that's your career. It's just like what I'm talking about when I was talking about Tua. It's like you had so many concussions. Why the heck would you go head first? Last year, that boy, he looked like he was playing baseball the way he was sliding. You know what I mean? All types of extra
mhm.
stuff, getting the ball up real quick, avoiding hits. Why go into this whole thought process that I'm better because you had one good year of no concussions? Just because you had a good rehab session, now you're like, yeah, my knee's good. But we all could visibly see that he was scared of getting hit on
They're
that leg.
favoring it. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I just hope that, like you said, Lafleur and the organization sits him down for 2 games, man. Sit him down and let him really heal, really feel like he's good. I mean, they tried to rush A Rod out last year. Oh, he's back off the Achilles. If he went out there last year, I'm telling you, you would not have A Rod this year. You would not
No,
have
I
him.
agree. I
You know
agree.
what I mean? And I think him and probably his management team was like, nah, we ain't doing that. Play it up, but we ain't doing that. You feel me?
Well, he was battling himself, and as men, we can't like when your biggest competitor is yourself. So Aaron Rodgers is trying to prove to himself that I can come back after suffering what I did in game one. Um, but I don't know if you want to switch over to the segment if it's cool.
Yeah,
I
we
say
was
we do,
about
yeah.
that. Yeah, we was about to just get to your Jets right now.
All right, cool. So I mean, for the most part, I've said it in the last pod. This was a trap game. I knew it. I felt it, and it's only a trap game because this is the issue with the Jets. Our coaching, our coaches don't know our personnel. Our coaching don't know how to
My
flow the
boy
game.
don't play about coaching, boy.
Huh?
I say you don't play about coaching. My boy be on it. Like
I'm so because I played as a kid, but I watched my father coach, and then it's like when you actually coach and you sit back and you just watch, like the players are there to see your artwork. The players we had 10. All right, let me explain to my peoples and my viewers. The New York Jets had 10 days off, ladies and gentlemen. We played a Thursday night game. We looked like we just played Monday, or we just had a game just yesterday, the day before. That's how we played offensively. Defensively, I feel that same way because we went on from playing against a young offensive line and the Patriots, sending 5 to 6 guys, and you see how lethal our defense was. We decided before to talk to these reporters and tell them, "Oh yeah, we're not going to do that a lot. We're going to go back to the 4-man." Bro, we went 4-man on rush defense. They ran up on us to allow them to get a scoring drive and a touchdown off of a blown coverage. Yeah, listen, it's coaching, bro. It's coaching. At the end of the day, we're undisciplined. Again, offensively, there's no way in heck that we just couldn't get a flow after we just did what we did against the Patriots defense. And to me, the Patriots defense and the Denver defense is not too far off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we could blame that we missed the game-winning kick, but the game has 4 quarters, not just one moment. We don't allow a moment to dictate the game. We went to the red zone 3 straight times. We only kicked field goals with Aaron Rodgers. And then again, my bad, and I'm done after this.
No, it's all
Solid.
right, man. Go ahead, let it out, bro.
Stop feeding into the freaking media. You do this every single time, bro. You say dumb stuff, and then you're gonna go back, and guess what's gonna happen tomorrow? You're gonna recant. Oh nah, I was, you know what I'm saying? You just need to just shut up and just say, you know what? I don't know what I gotta do. I'm gonna start penalizing. I'm gonna start benching them. If guys is gonna sit here and go full start and not get the greatest gift, and this is Aaron Rodgers. The cadence. Do not blame the cadence on Aaron Rodgers. Are you dumb? This is literally one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. And guess how he did it? With his cadence, bro. So stop with this. You feed it into the media. Nothing but BS. Oh, I think we should just go. What are you talking about going one? This is NFL. It's not college. We're not clapping our hands to get a hike. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? And you've been doing this for years. You did this with Zach, and you're doing this with Aaron. And it's like, what great quarterback want to play with you or play for you? What is wrong with you, bro?
And just
I'm
so
done.
people know, he's talking about Robert Saleh, right?
I'm talking about Robert, ball-headed behind Solid.
Ooh, ooh.
I'm done with it, bro.
Yo,
Talk to that man.
It's the passive aggressiveness. It's the not knowing what to say. It's the not knowing what to do. It's like, yo, bro, you get these coaches, and these coaches is terrible. These coaches, I don't care if Jeff Oblich do what you like. That's not working. Jeff is only going to go zone. He only went blitz because you went up against a young line, but we went up against a young quarterback. You could have disguised the whole night. I don't know if we went even with straight 2 AA gap blitzes all day yesterday. Knicks was literally got comfortable the second half. Great job by Peyton, just making the life easier for this kid. Because it's like we went in there was like, all right, well, they only scored 3 points for what I remember, right? I think it was like 6-0 or 3, something like that. But they didn't score much of anything, but just Peyton.
Yeah, but I thought the defense played decent though. Like,
Oh, we
the
did,
Knicks
but
have a
again,
rough night.
you can't have they went into the second half driving down the field. That's coaching. That's coaching. That's game plan. That's straight. Okay. Like you can't as a defense, you can't go in there like, yeah, we didn't give up a point or 3 or a touchdown. But you can't go in there and think that, okay, what we did in the first half is going to work against a Sean Payton ran team. You got to be out your rabbit behind mine if you don't think one of the greatest coaches offensively is not going to sit here and pick you apart. Van Joseph, defensively, you cannot sit here and do the same plays of pre-snaps, not going motions, not and then listen, man, I could be all day. Again, somebody else go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say this. When y'all do the edits on that, can y'all put the ether beat behind while he's
oh yeah,
going crazy on Robert Saleh?
yeah.
We need the ether beat.
Man said, F Robert Saleh.
Right.
Do
Straight
F Robert
ether
Saleh.
for Robert, man.
Now, you know what, Mills? You're right. a lot of the NFL, NBA, these team-led sports are 70% coaching. If you don't put the players in the right positions, if you don't give them the right schemes, if you don't let them know where they're supposed to be and give them consequences for their actions, this is what happens. But I mean, it's not too far from the Dallas Cowboys, who have all these so-called all-stars. Not saying that the Jets do, but and don't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's quite sad because I look at the Broncos. Yeah, Peyton's their coaching, but if you ask me, the Broncos is trash. They're okay. They got a rookie quarterback. Didn't they just lose Sutton last
No,
year or this
son.
year?
He the one that got the. He the one that. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't watch that game. I didn't watch the. I seen the highlights of the Jets game. I wasn't paying attention to
Yeah,
that one. A
I
couple other games I was
definitely
paying
ain't watched.
attention
That
to.
game was looking horrible.
Yeah, I mean, because I have to steal my brother's computer. I'm usually 3 screens deep, watching 3 games at once with no sound on. You know what I mean? Trying to make sure I can pay attention to what's going on. But I had high hopes for the Jets last year. I still have high hopes for them this year. You know what I mean? And part of that for me, honestly, is A-Rod. You've got
Oh well, so, and that's another thing, right? Viewers, I'm not even gonna say that the season's over. I'm not even that type of emotional fan. I'm just a fan that's tired, and I said this about Salah, even when we had Zach. People want to talk about you don't have a quarterback. That's the first thing people want to say. But I said the guy's gonna be the guy no matter who's at center, no matter who's at wide receiver, no matter who's at safety, no matter who's at corner. His Again, he sold a dream of how he speaks highly. Lead them in. I get all that. But bro, lead them in is cool. But what about the X's and O's? What about switching up? What about
Mm.
attacking attacking? Because again, and that's what I said last year. You go into the season, right? The first 4 games is basically like a tryout.
yeah,
But second halves is just like second half in the season. Teams know what you like to run. What are you going to do to attack what they know what you're going to do? What are you going to do to take away their strength? Because what's going to have to happen is, and to which happened yesterday, Denver took our strength and made it our weakness. They ran our run defense up in the middle. They
for
doubled,
sure.
they doubled Shamir Shearwood, they took out Quincy Williams, and they ran the ball up in our heart. With Shamarco Thomas playing most of these. Yo, bro, you know what? Next, I'm sorry.
Yo,
Sorry.
yo,
I'm
yo,
not gonna do it,
bro.
bro.
I'm sorry. When you do these edits, bro, you might have to just chop us out and just have his whole rap put together in one. Because at the end of the
Word.
day, this is somebody that's very invested in the New York Giants. And you can tell by what he's saying, he knows exactly what's going on, who's who, and what's what. So commends to King Mills, because you are a New York Jets fan. Okay, through and through.
Thank you.
Bleeding green, right?
Yes, I'm bleed green, man.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
bleed
Hold on,
green.
allow me to play devil's advocate though.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
let's hear this.
Please save
So
me.
I mean, I respect the smoke for Robert Sala because everything you said was valid. But you don't think? Yeah, I mean the defense played well. They really only had they gave up really one drive where that was like completely that was valid. You don't think Aaron Rodgers had to? It's his job to make a play. You got weapons. You got Garrett Wilson. You
Many
got
times in the
guys
red
around
zone.
you. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying you got it. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers should take a little bit of heat too. If you ask me.
I agree. He didn't have his best game. He had, first of all, here's the crazy part. He didn't have his best game, still having 225 in passing yards. It's freaking sick. And that's why I say he's gorgeous. Like, I said it in the chat, like, this guy is just gorgeous. But at the same time, personnel, right? We had a small 5'10" wide receiver on the outside part. We needed a first down. So okay, it's cool. Aaron Rodgers is new to the team. Everybody's still learning him. But we had Gibson on the out at Z running a go route where he should have ran a comeback route to come back for the sticks because we needed first downs. Personnel, right? Why isn't Mike Williams not on the outside? Why isn't Lazard in the slot? You know what I'm saying? Or even if we couldn't even break the press, what was the purpose of us go draft Corley? Ain't he yak? You know what I'm saying? Like, why we couldn't go with a quick screen, a quick pass? You know, these are the things that is like personnel. This is why coaching is important. Again, personnel. Who do you have out on the field? We acted as if Gibson had a great game yesterday. How many catches he had? Right. Exactly. So yeah, I do put blame on Aaron because Aaron missed a lot of key throws. He had one to Tyler Conklin where if he threw in his stride, we would have had some yardage off that. I agree. But at the same time, you know, it's not Aaron's job to be the player and the coach. It's not Aaron's job to tell guys to do what something that is very lethal and cadence to be disciplined about. It's not Aaron's job and Garrett Wilson to stop running up the field and take the yardage and the sticks. Because I know Aaron told him this training camp. You know what I'm saying? So we talked this, oh, we got high hopes of championship. Yeah, players and coaches got to show it. Aaron can't be our savior. And yes, I feel like we're gonna have a great season because of Aaron. At the same time, let's help the older dude who's 40 years old, for Christ's sakes. Golly, bro. Please. He should
Hold
have
on.
never came here if it was gonna be like this.
Hold on though. I gotta do the slide thing here. Okay, so if he is supposed to do the comeback, pause. Why isn't Aaron moving people around? I mean, you know, not to get on my high horse with Tom Brady, but we all know Tom Brady made some of these guys. He didn't make Gronk, but Wes Welker, Julian Edelman. These are guys who he practiced with, and they understood who he was and how he moved. And if he said, blue 42, they knew exactly what route they were running. And sometimes he had people moving from the Z to the slot by seeing the defense and seeing what's going on. So Aaron, the guy, he's one of the greatest. Not gonna poo-poo on him. But you're telling me
Sure.
Aaron couldn't have done the same thing, knowing that his coaching, like you see him the other day when the coach tried to say what's up to him, he told the man to go F himself. He's like, get out my face. So we already know that they're not on the same level when it comes to coaching or productivity on the offensive side, which means it is on Aaron to make sure that these guys do what the hell they're supposed to do. If not, get him out of here. No?
Yes, it is. It is. And I think to me, after last night's game, well, yesterday's game, especially in London, because we got to win this game. And the crazy thing is, like I said, it's a trap game, right? I said that this would be the type of games we lose, teams we supposed to beat on, and we want to find a way to lose. And then we'll go next week and literally in London at 8:30 in the morning, uh, Central Time and 9:30 at Eastern. But we'll go into that game and literally win, and people will be like, "How the hell did the Jets won?" Yeah, listen, it's just weird like that. Okay, I know what it's like. I know how it feels. I'm a Jets fan. I'm a lifer. I know this already. But yeah, it's gonna get tweaked. Again, I don't ever want to see Gibson on a Z and X, especially on 2-minute warning. But that's just it too, though. When they get 2-minute, 4-minute warning situations, that's fast paced, and it's like he had to even go on. He had to go on one because our lineman couldn't even get his cadence right. So a lot was going on, and I probably think that. And I'm not trying to even be a Captain Saver to Aaron, but I know his mom was like, "Bro, I can't even do my specialty.
Yeah, but
I couldn't do my specialty."
here's the thing though, right, Mills? He didn't don't cue me up. He didn't participate in off season stuff.
No,
He
no,
was
no,
in
no.
he was
Don't
where
do
in
that.
Dubai or Egypt doing his
No,
thing.
no.
No, I'm just asking.
Ayahuasca.
He was in mini camp, he missed mandatory mini camp. He was in every training camp. He was in OTAs. Let's not do that. We can't bring that up. That's corny.
He don't. He don't gotta be.
He ain't gotta be at the
Yeah.
mandatory mini camp.
I wouldn't say that. He an OG, man. You gotta give him.
And you about to get me riled up about Salah for doing that dumb stuff and feeding to them again because it's like, bro, okay, no, he didn't tell you, but if a man needed time for himself and this is what he usually does, then let him be him. But mandatory mini camp, that's on him if he want to lose money, whatever. But that wasn't the issue. That wasn't the cause. Again, he spent 2 training camps with the Jets, same wide receivers. Right now, it's just all about timing. You know what I'm saying? And thank God it's week 4. and it's happening now. I'm cool with that. It's just we're having mental lapses, or even like Garrett Wilson isn't a rookie. Garrett Wilson is a sophomore. Garrett Wilson's a third-year player, and you know that we needed down the distance and sticks. Why would you drag your route? Or even coaches, if we need third and 7 and 8, why would you have Gibson in the fit? And that's personnel, bro. What you want Aaron to do? Get him off the field. Go give me Mike Williams. You want him to do that when the play clock rolling? Nah, you can't. You can't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then Lazard is his safety blanket. They were literally bringing blitzes from the outside, so that means that the middle of the field is going to be open. You can't put a small guy in Gibson in the middle of the field because he's not a big target for Aaron. So these things is like, again, it's on coaching. And it's on Aaron too, but I'd put more on coaching because they got the personnel. There's no way Corley didn't even really play like that. And Mike Williams here and there, I guess he's still on that snap restriction.
Okay. Well, I mean, all I'm saying is Aaron can do a little bit more. And
I
what I
agree.
mean by a little bit more is like take these guys on, practice with them whenever you can, just throwing the ball and get your offensive linemen used to your cadence. Hey, listen, I'll do hut hut. That means don't hike it. You know what I mean? Or whatever his little trick is, because I can't really fully hear it in the games anyways, but there's ways to kind of program people to know what's really going on. Because you look at Peyton Manning, he said Omaha, Omaha, and half the time it didn't mean nothing. And he did that at Denver and in with the Colts, right? So,
Right.
and there was some form of success, and I believe Aaron Rodgers can win another Super Bowl, even with the Jets. But it has to be a whole team effort, man. It can't be you off in the distance doing your own thing, and then you come back whenever you want, and then expect people to follow rules. And you're right about Robert Saleh because his only road to glory is with the 49ers. Since he left the 49ers, he been straight dookie. So you know what I mean? I'm not gonna stick up for him, but Aaron does have to hold a little bit of this blame. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and I'm not taking it from him. He deserves some blame. Um, Again, like he said he does it over practice. This is why he got annoyed because he's like, we go over this in practice like every day.
yeah,
So this is just all about holding accountability with some people. If you jump off 4 star and stuff like that, bro, at this point, bench him. I don't care. Like I don't care. I'd rather you got to learn some way somehow. Like this is his bread and butter. This if anybody know Aaron Rodgers, if anybody know Paynes of the world, Tom Brady's of the world, they have their own niche, their own thing that they do. Get with it or get lost at this point.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just really it. I'm gonna just move on from it, and it is what it is. We on to the Vikings in London.
Okay, okay. So Sly,
Big
you
game.
know what we're gonna talk to you about today, right?
Uh, mm,
Your
I hope.
Bears.
Okay, cool. Mm.
we already got you with the Buffalo, man. The Bears. We gotta give you the bad
Okay.
news and then the good news, baby. The Bears. What did you think about that performance from Caleb Williams and the Bears?
I don't know. I didn't really catch that game. I just caught the highlights. I mean, hey, I still don't think that they like gonna be what I kind of imagine they could be at the beginning of the year. Like I imagine they could be like Houston last year. I don't see that being the case. But one thing that's apparent, bro, they got talent. Like that team, they got talent on that team. So you know, who knows, man? It's just that division. That division is even tougher than I thought it was gonna be. Now with Minnesota just coming out the blue. So yeah, I don't think this year gonna be the year that they just you be that out of the blue team. But it's cool. You know what? Because Caleb Williams, he's showing enough to where they're gonna give him time to develop. I think he showed more than Bryce Young did already. So I think he gonna get time to develop, which is what's really important. So I don't know. I don't want to say I'm out on them being the surprise team, but I'm not watching them as closely because clearly they got they got some chemistry things to work out. So I'm still kind of rooting for Caleb though, because I just think man he got so much talent, man. I don't really care for kind of some of the things he does, But he's super talented, man. Like he's exciting as hell to watch play ball. So I'll definitely still keep an eye on him. But I mean, I ain't really too. This week really didn't move me for them. I say that though.
Okay. Mills, what did you
Yo,
get a chance to catch that game? I mean, I caught highlights just like Sly did because I was
who the
paying
Bears
attention.
played again?
Pardon me?
Who the Bears played again?
The Rams,
Oh
24-18.
yeah. Wait, who won that game? I didn't even finish
The
watching
Bears
the
won
game.
24-18.
Mhm.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, they played against the depleted Rams.
yeah, right. It's without Puka, without Cooper Cup. Like, I mean, mm,
But hold on though. Let me ask this question, gentlemen. Does one player in the NFL really make that much of a difference in a win or a loss? Because
well, they
Bill
got
says it's
their.
coaching and putting players in the proper position. So even if you don't have
Mm,
Cooper Cup, Sean McVay should have, you know what I mean, figured some way to get the next guy
Oh
ushered
no,
in or
well,
and
they
they
also.
definitely had opportunities. They definitely had opportunities. The Bears defense just stepped up when they needed them the most. Actually, I finished watching the highlights, but I believe they got a sack on Matthew Stafford to basically in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But and they got some turnovers. Actually, they got I think it was a pick six or a fumble six that they got with Brisker, the safety from Penn State. Yeah, so
yeah,
I mean,
interception.
yeah. So the Bears defense is loaded. The Bears defense is loaded.
Yeah,
Um, and I think that's the thing that's going to save him all season long until Keenan Allen start getting his feet uh, under him and stuff like that. Again, I already told y'all before, I'm not high on Caleb Williams. He has all the talents that you need in a quarterback. But again, like I always say, the sports is mostly mental than it is physical. But yeah, the Bears are going to be okay for years to come due to their defense. So that's good to watch. But yeah, that was a good win actually. I didn't know that they actually won, so that's a good win for them.
yeah, yeah. And the Rams is down. They're not just down Cooper Cup. They down Cooper Cup and Puka Nakua. So they top two receivers is down. So they kind of they Matthew Stafford kind of he's. I think that they number one receiver is like Tutu Atwell right now. I
Yeah,
mean,
that definitely, and not having Aaron Donald in the defensive line does kind of kill your defense a little bit.
he actually killed my parlay too, Tutu Atwell. I had him getting a touchdown. I'm figured, you know what I mean? He gonna have all the opportunities. He played decent, but he ain't get no touchdown.